In 7.1 Work Together on page 198 in the textbook, we're being asked to prepare an income statement from a partial worksheet. The directions say prepare an income statement for the month ended May 31st of the current year, calculate and record the ratios for total expenses and net income, round percentage calculations to the nearest tenth of a percent. So here we see a partial income statement. We're mostly going to be focusing on these two columns, which are the income state columns in this partial worksheet. So down here in this blank form, we're going to start off by the heading, and we are Hair Care Salon. We are preparing an income statement. And it is for the month ended May 31st. Now, income statements show a period of time, so I'm going to want to see for month ended, for year ended, whatever it says in the problem. You can't just write a specific date. That will be marked wrong. Okay, an income statement has three main sections. The first one is revenue, so I'm going to write the heading revenue. And when I look back up at my partial worksheet, revenue is money coming in, so that's going to be our sales amount. So back down here in my blank form, I'm going to indent sales a little bit, and in the far right-hand column, I'm going to write in the amount $5,800. That's my only revenue in this particular problem, so my next section on this income statement are going to be, or is going to be, expenses. Now, expenses is this big chunk of debits right here. So I'm going to indent and start writing those. And I'm going to put these in the left-hand column because I'm going to have to total them up, and the total will go in the right-hand column. Last one is utilities. Now that I have all of my expenses written in, I'm going to have to total these up. So underneath utilities expense, I'm going to write total expenses. I'm going to draw a line underneath all of those expenses. And when I add them up, I get $2,370. Notice how I'm putting that in my far right-hand column. So now I've got my sales, my revenue, and all of my expenses. I brought in more than I paid out, so I'm going to draw a line under here, and because I brought in more money and I subtract my expenses, my third section is going to be my net income or net loss if it was the opposite. So when I subtract these, I get $3,430. I'm going to double rule across both columns to show that I'm done. A way to check my work is this 3,430 better match the net income that I see up here in my partial worksheet. We're not quite finished yet. We've got to figure out our percentages or ratios. Whenever we do this, sales is always going to be 100. Make sure you carry that out to 1/10 of a percent. Now to find the total expenses ratio, we take 2,330 divided by 5,800. When we do that, we get 40.9%. Again, carrying it out to 1/10 of a percent. 3,430 divided by 5,800 is going to give us 59.1. And that's how you complete or create an income statement.